Which choice completes the text with the most logical transition? According to Duverger's law, countries with single-ballot majoritarian elections for single-member districts tend to polarize into two-party systems, wherein dueling political parties consistently dominate the political system. Blank countries with proportional representation electoral systems tend to support multi-partyism, under which power gets distributed among many political parties. So in this text, there are two sentences. The first sentence describes single ballot majoritarian elections where there are two parties and these dueling political parties dominate the political system. The second sentence contrasts the first one where it describes proportional representation electoral systems where power gets distributed among many political parties. So option A says subsequently. This is incorrect because subsequently implies a chronological order where this sentence would be next step in a process or a series. But this is not the case because this first sentence describes single ballot majoritarian elections, and the second one describes proportional representation electoral systems, which contrasts what was said in the first sentence. So subsequently wouldn't make sense in this context. B. Conversely. This seems to be the correct answer because conversely implies a contrast, and this makes sense in this context because this first sentence describes single ballot majoritarian elections where there's dueling political parties, and the second sentence describes proportional representation electoral systems where power gets distributed among many political parties. So these two sentences contrast each other, so conversely would make sense in this context. C. For instance. This is incorrect because for instance implies that this second sentence is an example of what was said before, but this is not the case where the second sentence contrasts what was said before. So C would be incorrect here. D. In other words. This is incorrect because in other words means a restatement or a paraphrasing what was said before, but like C, the second sentence contrasts what was said before, therefore, in other words, wouldn't work in this context. And thus the correct answer is B.